Hi everyone, welcome back to My Parenting Way. My name's Katie and today I'm talking about Aidan, who is now 1 year old. Yes, my little boy is 1, he's 12 months old and I can't believe we've got here already. So before I kick off about him and all his updates, I thought I'd give a little video about him as he was growing up. I hope you enjoy. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little video following Aidan as he was a tiny little boy to all the way to 1. I can't believe we're here, honestly. It feels like it's gone in a blink. The fact that he's been a COVID baby, I think, has had a massive impact on how fast this year's gone, because although it feels like it's gone really slowly, we haven't really done anything to mark the year. There's been no holidays, we haven't celebrated Christmas because we couldn't really go anywhere. All these little things that would mark a year and the progression of a year, we haven't really been able to do because we've been in lockdown for most of it. So it has felt a strange year for him to grow up. But we've got there, and hopefully moving forward we'll have lots more things to do and we'll really celebrate it. So talking about celebration, we didn't really celebrate his birthday at all. In fact, we had a wedding the day before, just myself and my husband. It was our first time away since Aidan was born, just us two, and we really made the most of it. So we had a few drinks, which is probably not great, but it did mean that the day that we arrived back home for Aidan's birthday, we were a little bit worse for wear, and also everyone had been sick also the week before, so we had stomach bugs, we had hacking coughs, which we needed to have COVID testing. Thankfully it was negative, but we've had cold after cold after cold, and I think when it came to his actual birthday he was still recovering from a stomach bug, so he wasn't really eating, he was sleeping all the time, so the day kind of went by without us really having to mark it, and I don't mind too much. He's 1. he won't remember. It was more the usual things that we would do, like get out banners and make a birthday cake and all the rest of it, was actually more for my toddler, who was really excited about the fact that it was his birthday. So otherwise I don't think we would have even wrapped presents, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to do a video about what Aidan got for his first birthday and the sort of 1-year-old type presents that we received and that he will hopefully be playing with in my next video, so please go and check that out. So Aidan is now a little walking, talking toddler. He is walking everywhere. We got him his first shoes about a week ago, and he's got massive feet. So not only are they like lengthwise massive, but they're also widthwise huge. So we've actually had to go up a size in length because his feet won't fit into the width of the smaller shoe. So he's now a 5H in UK measurements, which is quite big for someone who's just turned 1. So he's also been chatting away, so he'll say things like nana, for not nana, not his actual nana, he'll say nana for banana, and unfortunately he uses this word for every food. So he will say nana and then he'll pick up a pear and munch on a pear. Nana, nana. He also says the basics, so mama, dada, and he, instead of saying the word no, he's discovered that if he shakes his head, it means no, which is adorable and scary in equal measure, that I'm going to get loads of head shakes all of a sudden, like, no. He also waves and says, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. And the thing is, he won't do it when the person's actually leaving. The person will wave and say bye-bye, and the person will go, and then you'll get about 17 bye-bye, 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 like ages after the person's left. I think, don't worry Aidan, the moment's gone. He has 6 teeth in total at the moment, which is great. As I mentioned in my last video, I was a little bit worried that he was going to stick with 4 teeth because he had 4 teeth for months. Finally, the other 2 have come down, and he is not enjoying teething at all. In fact, he is a grumpy SOB. So we're just doing all the usual Calpol, teething granules, Ambisol, which we've just discovered, which is like a liquid anesthetic for their gums, which is excellent. But he's also doing the usual chewing his hands and loads of drool, which is really fun. You know, I just can't wait until this teething thing's done. As I mentioned before, we have just been constantly sick. So I have actually been back to work for 4 weeks now. And because of the nursery shutting, because of COVID, or us having to isolate because Emily developed COVID symptoms, or the stomach bug that we had all last week, Aidan's actually been in the nursery for 4 days out of the 4 weeks, which is ridiculous really. It's just one of those things. We call it freshers flu here because it's just the moment that everyone starts to get together, all the bugs are shared and everyone gets sick. And I suppose it's to be expected, to be honest, because we've all been isolating or, you know, in lockdown for so long, and we just haven't had the exposure to the germs like we usually would in those sort of settings. So I feel like there's more to come. So because he's turned 1, we've completely stopped breastfeeding, breast milk and formula. We are still giving him 2 bottles a day, but this is with cow's milk only, and I'm hoping to drop one of those bottles so he only has 1 at night before going to bed, and then eventually I want to drop that one because it's not good for their teeth if you keep giving them milk before sleeping. But I have no idea how I managed to do that with my daughter. I think my daughter did it quite naturally, but Aidan loves the bottle. He absolutely loves it, and I have a feeling we're going to be in with a bit of a struggle to make him be able to nap and fall asleep without it. So if anyone's got any tips out there about how to drop bottles and milk feeds away from older babies, please let me know, because I'd rather nip it in the bud now while he's this young rather than get to like 18 months too and he's still having milk before going to bed. So any tips, please write them down. I'm desperate to know them. So there you go, a very quick little video attached to the end of my little video about Aidan when he was a tiny baby to when now he's 1. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Please hit like and subscribe to get all the updates on me and Aidan. I will now be only doing them every 6 months rather than monthly, because he's now no longer a baby, and the changes that he goes through are probably going to be a lot smaller now than when he was a very young little baby. So my next baby update that I'll be doing will be 18 months, so please check that out when it comes out and hit the subscribe button so you can see when it does come out, and I hope to see you next time.